Joining me now is Liberal MP Andrew Wallace. Andrew, give my audience some clarity on how united the Liberals are behind the Coalition's decision to dump net zero. We know there are a number of MPs who back net zero. We've had the likes of Andrew Bragg threaten to quit the opposition front bench if net zero is dropped. He's still there. How fractured is the party right now?
Well, Rita, thanks for having me on. This has been a pretty long process, as you know, more than 6 months. Dan Teen's done a terrific job in pulling everybody together. We've had multiple meetings. Look, of course, you're always going to get some people that, are on the edges that may not be particularly happy one way or the other. But as a rule, as a group, the Liberal Party and the National Party is united on our new energy policy, part of which is to dump net zero by 2050.
Now, we spoke earlier in the show about a number of moderates abandoning Sussan Ley. There's been reports of that today. They're claiming they would back Andrew Hastie in a leadership challenge. And some of those critiquing the opposition leader, well, they were pretty brutal with the claims that she stands for nothing and that she's weak on policy. Do you think Sussan Ley will be leading the opposition at the next election?
Yeah, like I do. I think Sussan is doing a very good job under very difficult circumstances. It's very difficult for anybody to step into the breach after 2 pretty significant electoral defeats. It's tough. It's the toughest job in politics, is being the federal opposition leader. There's a lot of scrutiny, but I think she's doing a very good job. She is cool and calm under pressure. I don't think there would be too many people that would be able to have the composure that Sussan Ley has demonstrated over the last 6 months.
Now, let's talk about the Treasurer. Jim Chalmers has been scathing of the Liberals and their decision to dump net zero. This is what he had to say.
Sussan Ley has caved to the smirking crackpots and cookers in her own party. Now, this is not some temporary phase that they're going through. This is not some temporary lurch to the right. Over recent years, this coalition has become a party of extremists, and Australians would pay a very hefty price for that extremism.
Well, there you go. Smirking crackpots, cookers and extremists. How do you respond to that rhetoric?
We must be doing something right, Rita. We must be doing something right for Jim to be that exercised. We should be, because I tell you what, 27 million Australians have had a gutful of this government's demands to ensuring that we meet their net zero emissions targets. Australians are paying through the nose for their energy bills, whether it's mums and dads with their household bills or businesses like Tomago and everybody in between. Australians are paying far too much money for their electricity. This is a government that said that we would be paying $275 less for our energy bills, and just for mums and dads we're paying $1,000 more for our energy bills. That's on top of the knock-on, flow-on effects that everybody's experiencing as a result of higher energy, whether it's supermarkets, butchers, bakers. I had a baker in my electorate the other day telling me that just to pay his electricity bill, he's got to sell 800 loaves of bread just to pay his electricity bill. I had another convenience owner say his energy bills have gone up by 62% from the previous year. There's only so much that businesses can pass those costs down to their consumers. And, of course, most can't. So the consumers are having to pick up the tab for this. But I think Australians are starting to wake up to this lot. And I think we can see from the likes of Jim Chalmers' response that they are quite worried.
Well, they should be worried, because we can finally have a debate about this. We've had 2 elections now when the Australian people really haven't had a choice. And I think, Andrew, when Australians are given the choice between lower prices and lower emissions, they pick lower prices every single time. I think it's just shameful, the state we're in this country, where we've got working people who are too scared to turn on their air conditioners in summer or their heaters in winter. Now, I want to ask you about law and order before you go. You've spoken out about Labor's push to weaken bail laws at a time when violent crime is rising across the country. You say the government is out of touch?
Absolutely, Rita. I mean, this morning we saw the Prime Minister talking and extolling the virtues of the Victorian Labor Party's plan to crack down on crime. The Prime Minister today said, you know, all Australians want is to feel secure. Well, how about this for mixed messages? Just on Friday morning, the Attorney-General, Michelle Rowland, was trying to convince her state and territory counterparts to weaken bail laws. So, you know, what is it? Are we trying to weaken bail laws under this federal government, or is the Prime Minister now saying that actually Australians want to feel safer and secure in their own homes? You can't have it both ways, Prime Minister.
Well said, Andrew Wallace. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Authorised by Andrew Wallace, LNP, Boccarina, Queensland.